Hey folks, welcome back. I have your latest home prices and insights for York region, in particular Vaughan and Richmond Hill. Average sold price for both of those areas for detached has gone way down. Okay, let's get right into it. I'm going to try to explain this for you. So, sales are up. I have Vaughan. Let me just start off by saying I have Vaughan detached properties only on the screen behind me here. Sales are up from the previous week. We sold 72 detached properties in Vaughan. Now, the amount of properties that sold at $2 million or less has come down from 11 to last week we sold 7. But look at average sold price. Way down. It was at 1.7, the week before that 1.6 and a half. We dropped just in 1 week to 1,570,000. Now, we have been seeing more of a calming effect in the market. We've been seeing less people show up at offer night. We're seeing more traditional pricing where you see a price and you can negotiate down. Not a lot, but you can negotiate down. We're seeing more offer nights not really working out, where they've got an offer night, the seller's expectations are here. 1, 2, 3 people show up at offer night and it doesn't sell and it gets relisted, the property. So we're seeing more of that. So the market is more calm right now. Up until now, I'm not saying that prices are dropped. And you know what? I'm still not saying prices have dropped. They're a little bit softer. Let me go with that. They're softer right now pricing. I don't want to say they're dropped because I was out this weekend. I'm a full-time realtor. I was out this weekend with buyers looking to buy in the Vaughan area. And when we compare to what's recently sold, prices are in line in a lot of, well, at least the properties that I looked at with my buyers. And I've seen some sell slightly higher or slightly lower than where the previous homes have sold. So I know from being on the road every day with buyers and sellers, prices have not dropped like this. This could be a combination of, well, I know for a fact, a combination of selling much less of the higher end properties. Not so, this is part of it where we've sold 4 less luxury properties in the Vaughan area, but also a lot of the properties sold this particular week kind of happen to be in the lower end of the price point. $1 million, $1.1 million, $1.2 million. There's been a lot more of those being sold. So if you're curious on your property's value, if it came down, the best way is call a realtor and see what's recently sold in your neighborhood. This is a summary of all Vaughan sales. Comparing to last year, it's difficult to do that just because of the whole lockdown situation where we were last year. But you can see the huge difference in percentages compared to last year's average sold price. Even at the lower average sold price we got this week, we're still way ahead of where we were last year at this time. Of the 72 detached properties we sold, 54% sold at list price or more. That's what I mean about it's calmer. That might sound like a lot to you, where slightly more than half are being sold at list price or more, but not really when we were sitting in the 70s and high 70s before. 54% is about normal. Listings very close to what we listed last year, so we're starting to see more inventory coming on the market. And so we listed 136 detached properties last week, and months of inventory with the sales combination of listings and how many properties are actually available for sale. We're looking at 1.2 months of inventory for Vaughan for detached. Let's look at Richmond Hill detached properties. Sales came down by 1. We sold only 36 detached properties in Richmond Hill. Not a lot. The amount of properties selling at $2 million or more came down by almost half. From 11, we went down to 6. So for sure, that's going to affect the massive average sold price drop that we see in Richmond Hill. But same scenario, In Vaughan, as we see in Richmond Hill, average sold price has come way down. I gave my reasons for Vaughan. It's a ditto effect for Richmond Hill. Same idea. Your home in Richmond Hill is not worth, $300,000 less all of a sudden, but the market's a little bit softer, and the combination of high-end properties just weren't there this week, which brings the overall average down. Compared to last year, even with the massive drop, we're still 20% higher than we were this time last year. Of the 36 that were sold, 47% sold at list price or more. So much calmer than where we were here in the 80s and the high 70s. Listings are up slightly by 3. We listed 97 detached properties in Richmond Hill last week, and months of inventory is up by 0.1. So it's sitting at 2.4 months of inventory. Now normally as months of inventory go up, average sold price tends to come down, not by that massive drop that we're seeing, but those are the numbers. Again, rest assured, if you're looking to buy, you're not buying properties for $300,000 less from one week to the next. And if you're selling, your property did not drop in value by $300,000 in 1 week. Let's take a close look at condos now. I'm going to talk about Vaughan and Richmond Hill. Sales, well, there's only 14 condos that were sold in Vaughan last week. Average sold price came down slightly to $640,000, which is, it's pretty steady when you look at it. I would say it's up just slightly from where we were just a few months ago. It's up a bit more from where we were at the end of last year, so it's gradually been going up, but not up, just gradually been going up. This is comparing to last year's. And of the 14, 71% sold at list price or more. So there's some competition in the condo market there in Vaughan. 43 listings, and 43 is a healthy number. There's not too many weeks where we've listed 43 condos in Vaughan, which increases the months of inventory. There's a lot more listings that came on the market. Sales were lower, listings were higher. More properties were available for sale. So 2.1 is the months of inventory, and again, average sold price came down slightly. Looking at Richmond Hill, also sales are way down. We only sold 12 condos in Richmond Hill. Average sold price has come down for a couple weeks in a row now. The average condo in Richmond Hill was sold for $628,000 last week. Compared to last year, it's difficult to do that. I sound like a broken record every time I talk about compared to last year. Of the 12, a little bit more than half, 58% sold at list price or more, which is a lot calmer than where it was 94, 90, 80, 84. So less and less competition as the weeks go on for the Richmond Hill condos. 21 were listed, which is a bit low compared to what we've been listing for the last several weeks. Months of inventory now is sitting at 1.2. It's something. It's up from where it was before. Market's a little bit calmer. Average sold price is a little bit lower. Looking at Vaughan and Richmond Hill as a whole, as far as months of inventory, well, Vaughan detached, months of inventory came down slightly. But for Richmond Hill detached, Vaughan condo, and Richmond Hill condos, months of inventory has come up. Market's a little bit looser, not as constrained as what it was before. There's a little bit more time to negotiate prices. There's less action as far as offer night goes. Less people showing up at the offer table on offer night. My name is Santo Sessa with RE/MAX Premier. I'm a full-time realtor. This is the report for week ending May 19th. And next week, I'm going to talk to you about the stress test coming up and how that could affect you, how that could affect prices. Have a great day and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.